Hey everybody, Reefgrrl here, and welcome to Reefgrrl Live. I am so happy you could make it. The whole idea here is to have some fun, chat, get some questions answered, maybe show off what you're doing, and get to know each other a little bit better. So sit back, relax, grab a drink. The stream is about to begin. Hey everybody, how's it going? Let me get that out of my face. Okay. Glad everybody's here. I see we have a lot of people already watching, 12. That's great. You're being very patient. Let me just say hi to everybody in the chat here. Wow, lots of comments. That's good. Tony Close was the first one in tonight. That's awesome. And we have Yavik Waltney, still not first. He tried last week, it didn't quite make it. Blue Carbon Reefing, hello John. Skookum Chuck Reefer, hey, how are you? Lisa's Aquatics, nice to see you, Lisa. I hope things are going well and you're getting a little bit of brain and life space these days. T40 Reefer, hey T40, nice to see you too. And Kimber Reefs, hi Kimber, thanks for coming tonight. Yep, Lisa, good to see you back on track. And who else have we got here tonight? Javi. Straight Reefer, thanks for coming in. That's wonderful. Lynn Reef Nerd. Lisa. So nice to see everybody, you know, I can't believe how fast the week goes. It's just crazy how all of a sudden it's Saturday night again. Well, actually Friday night again, and I have to prepare my reminder and all that kind of thing. We have Lynn Reef Nerd. Hi, Lynn. And Calypsos Reefs. Nice to see you, Hector. Chad Kurtz, American Reefing. Drama D. Nano Man. Hey, Nano Man. All right, that's lots of people. Whoa, WVU Reefer. Best Virginia, hello. That's nice. So if anyone wants to come into the studio, I do have a link. I will put it out there. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. Scrolling across the bottom of the screen is the email link. Just send me an email to say that you'd like to come into the studio and I will send you out the link. I did send out approximately 24 or 25 emails before the stream started with the link to past guests, which I've got in the habit of doing. And I should say hi to anyone who might be watching the replay. I know not everyone can make it, and time zones are sometimes a factor. And just, hey, it's Saturday night. People have family stuff to do. So sometimes there's that. Death Angels, hello, hello. I'm not sure we've seen you before, Death Angels, but welcome. And what else? So I'm a little bit flustered because I started my fragging, my major fragging tonight or today, I guess I should say. And I had unexpected kind of a disaster with the big starburst Montipora colony. I went to cut it from underneath and I dislodged the entire colony. So there's kind of panic stations trying to get that thing back in place. I had to call my husband for help to make up some putty, and it was a bit of a horror show. And then just before the stream tonight, I was putting the frags on plugs because I ran myself out of time and I couldn't leave them in the water for too long. And as it is, I've had to leave the biggest pieces sitting in the container, and my husband's swapping out a heat pack underneath to keep them warm till the stream's over. And then I'll go and mount them on larger discs. So it was one of those things that reinforces why I'm always nervous when it comes to fragging, because stuff like that goes wrong and it's just not fun. We've got Skookum Chuck Reefer in the studio, so everybody can hear me. Can you guys just confirm you can hear me? Because I was having a little bit of audio trouble tonight before, as I was getting everything set up. Jay Carey's here. Hello. Oh, yep. Sorry for the dead air there. Oh, hello, Doctor of Welsh Magic. Oh, good. Thank you, Lisa. I'm glad to hear that. Well, let's bring Skookum Chuck Reefer in. We haven't seen him for a while. He has a 400-gallon reef tank, and there he is. He's blue.
Oh, I got it the wrong way. Hang tight.
That's okay. Holla at your reef boy. Nice to see you. This is great. Oh, you're holding your baby boy not feeling well. Well, hopefully you can relax and see what we're up to here. Oh, I think Skookum Chuck probably got kicked out when he tried to reverse his camera. That does happen sometimes. Kevin Stiles, hello. How many tanks have you got? Can we see them, please? I have two. On the left of your screen is Mollywood, and it's a reef with mollies in it, mainly soft corals, but I do have some LPS and SPS in there. And on the right is Amathia's Garden, the Red Sea Reefer XL425. That is my main tank. And it's a full mixed reef with Acropora and SPS, LPS, all kinds of stuff. And that's what I normally do lots of videos on. And what you see behind me is a fixed photograph. It's a green screen and much nicer than looking at the stairs, the bottom of the stairs and the armchair and the dog laying in it. So that's why I took that photograph. Oh, we have Skookum Chuck Reefer back. There we go. There he is. Go for it. Oh, we're not hearing any sound from you, but it doesn't look like your mic is muted. How many tanks have you got? Montiporas are fragile. You only grab a piece with a bone cutter and the whole thing will shatter. Yeah. I was using a saw, a little hand saw, which you guys will see in the video when the video's out. And it worked great. It went through the season's greetings like butter. And that one went really, really well. I thought the large starburst colony would be easy, but I overestimated how secure it was on the rocks because it started out small. GTA 5 vids, what's going on? 400 gallons. Javi says he's just a water change to the 400 gallons. Yep. And I saw another comment here I was going to put up. Hey, T40. Yes, you're welcome. I really enjoy it. I really look forward to it. So I really appreciate everyone being here because, hey, it's Saturday night. So Skookum Chuck, we can't hear you. So I don't know what that is. Let me get rid of that banner there. I'll try and mute you and unmute you. Yeah, we're not hearing anything, but we're seeing a mighty big tank. Death Angels needs frags of the willow. Well, there will be frags of the willow. And I'm in Canada. I will probably be trying a new fragging technique on it that I've been thinking about rather than put it on top of something and hope it doesn't float away or sew it to a rock. I don't know. I'm going to try something different. And I'll do a video about that. But it is getting so big and it's starting to travel. And it's shading a lot of nice Palithoa. It's starting to lean on my clove polyps that were doing really well. So I am going to do a circular haircut on it and see how many frags I can get because that thing grew really fast and it's really cool. It's a beautiful pink color. I really love it. DNT squad. Yes, Lisa, for sure. Okay, GTA 5 Vids has a question. Thinking about setting up a 75-gallon. Any suggestions on good stuff for the tank? Has a sump, return pump, tank, and stand, 4-bulb P5 lighting. I guess lately it's become fashionable to supplement T5s with LEDs or supplement LEDs with LEDs. So That's what I would say. If you can get a couple of bar LEDs that go coast to coast on your tank, that really gets the light into places that some other bulbs and types of lighting can't reach. Yeah, Calypso's Reef Skookum tank is breathtaking. Yeah, it's huge. I love to know the dimensions of that. Oh, and also any advice from YouTubers on keeping multiple dwarf angelfish? Hector, Calypsos, I think you've kept more than one together. Maybe you still are. I don't quite remember. And I'm pretty sure Awoken is quite familiar with keeping multiple angelfish. Chimp the Reefer's here. Hey, Chimp. And Benny Fernandez. Nice to see you, Benny. Having dinner with the family while streaming. I've done that in restaurants when they're all busy talking to each other. I'm paying attention to the stream. Nano Man says he's going to get back into a nano tank soon. Yep, I've not been away from the hobby since I started in 2010, and I can't imagine now being without a tank of some type because it's just so absorbing. Hey, Reef Keeper's here. Nice to see you, Phil. Can't stay long, but heard you mention the handsaw. Is it the max spec? If not, can you tell me what it is? I need that bad. Well, Phil, it is a small tool that I got from a company called Tamasco at Reefapalooza in Chicago. It has a red handle, and it's basically a teeny tiny hacksaw with a teeny tiny blade with teeny tiny teeth. And after I sterilized it, because it looked like it still had manufacturing grease on it, I tried it out and I'm very impressed with it. It wasn't even expensive. It was like 12 bucks. And I know Tamasco is going to be at the Niagara Coral Show. That I'm not sure that helps you, Phil, being in California, but they're based in and around Chicago somewhere. I'll put it up on the screen so that you can get the spelling of the company. All right, there we go. Tamasco. And I'm pretty sure they have a website, though I'm not sure you can shop from their website. You might be able to locate a close by retailer. And they have all kinds of tools. And that's why I'm so happy about them going to be in Niagara, because I'm sure there are things that I will find in their little treasure trove that I really can't live without. You know, the kind of things that you didn't know you needed until you see it. That's what they have. GTA 5 vids. I have metal halides, but don't plan on getting a chiller. Yeah, and a second job to pay for the electricity. GTA 5 vids got out of the hobby in 2010, and now he's backed and hooked. Want to get a bigger tank? 14 gallons already full. Yep, I was given what I think was around a 30-gallon long, and that was from friends. It had been neglected. I went to a 29-gallon cube. Then I added a 20-gallon long with a 15-gallon sump. That was my first experience with a sump. And I split my cube from being a mixed reef into being soft corals and hardcore corals, stony corals. And the stony corals went in the tank with the sump. And I learned that unless one of them is a really low stress tank, like Mollywood, I consider my low stress tank, it is really hard to keep two tanks. Hey, Brian Eccles, nice to see you. And you're welcome, Phil, and good luck. Hopefully you can get something from them online, or perhaps they'll do a little bit of traveling beyond the greater Chicago area. And I think Niagara is probably 7 or 8 hours for them. So I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into the company as to what their sort of distribution is like. Wow, Skookum Chuck is showing us a lot of really nice stuff here. Wish we could hear him. Maybe I'll put a comment on a banner. I don't know if he can actually see the screen. Sometimes you can't. Let's see. Let's see if that does the trick. Yeah, Lisa, it's amazing how quick you just feel like you're missing things. And even when I'm out of Instagram for a day or so with my new grandson, I have been away from home a lot. And when I'm at my daughter's place, oh, maybe he's doing something to the sound. When I'm at my daughter's place, I really can't uh, do much other than help her out, and that's good. It's fine. The baby's doing really well, and it's been a wonderful experience. So, but you really do lose track quickly. All right, Brian Eccles. GTA 5 Vids has another question. Should I remove a clownfish? They were good for a month with normal fighting. Now the one is fighting with the other one constantly. Yeah, I'm not a clownfish expert. I got lucky. I got a bonded pair of Darwins, and they have been delightful. But they're ocellaris, so generally pretty peaceful. I guess maybe other people have more experience and can perhaps share. Oh, thank you, John. Blue Carbon Reefing. I appreciate the super chat. Thanks very much. Fragging on hold. Yeah, it sounds like a sacrifice, but really, I am not looking forward to doing it. Thanks again, John. It all goes back into keeping the stream going. So that's how I can buy these green screens, right? There's Dee's Aquariums. Hey, Dee's. Hope you're doing well. Oh, Calypso says the only angel he has is the flame angel. I'm trying to think of who it is that has the multiple angels. Oh, you know who it is. I know who it is. It's National Reefing. He has a 75 gallon. I've been following him for several years. Check him out if you get a chance. Just National Reefing. And he, I believe, has a bicolor, a flame, and a coral beauty. And I don't know if he comes in here or if he watches, but maybe National Reefing, if you happen to be watching, maybe pop into the chat if it's convenient and help us out a bit. Because I think it's you, Jason. Yeah, it used to be Jay Simps, but you changed your channel name. If anybody knows of him. Oh, Skookum Chuck's back. There he is. Can we hear you now? We still can't hear you. Maybe you've got your volume turned right down because you were watching on YouTube, perhaps? Here, I'll make you full screen. I think it's time for another banner. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, Reefgrrl going strong. Good, good, good. Nano Man, no way. Oh, I missed it in the comments. Something happened to Nano Man. Sold to 75 after his fish died. Tang got velvet out of nowhere. Oh no. That's awful when that happens. You just don't know where to look. You don't know how to troubleshoot. You're not sure what to do next or what to avoid or what to do. That is really a shame. We're looking at lots of pretty coral there. Yeah, velvet's a dirty word. Nano Man loves flame angels. They are truly beautiful. Blue Carbon Reefing has a coral beauty, but has never had luck with flames. I think it was Tristian's Reef who was on here in an early stream, and his troll question was about a a fish he always wanted but knew he could never have, and it was flame angels, and he felt he was responsible for wiping out the population in his area because he just kept killing them. And I don't know, I'm not saying, John Blue Carbon, that you're killing them. It's just that that's what happened to Tristan. Lisa has Nems and a toadstool. Nems who would survive a nuclear winter, I'm sure. And the toadstool, is that Cindy? Is that the little toadstool you still have? That's cool. Brian Eccles had a beautiful flame angel but couldn't get it to eat. Yeah, that's sad. Straight Reefer has one in a timeout tank for 5 months. Wow. Oh, I'm guessing clownfish, perhaps, if it beats up your two maroons. Wow. Yeah, clownfish, they're weird little creatures, aren't they? Your Nems will never die. That's crazy. Straight Reaver says that apparently a bigger tank is easier, but his 75 was such a money drain and felt going to fill it up. Nano coming soon. Good. Well, there's a lot to be said about nanos. That's where I started, and I think you learn a lot about how to balance your water system with a nano. Bigger tanks have different challenges, but nano tanks certainly teach you a lot about what works together and how to keep things in line. Skookum Chuck, love the urchin. Cool. I wish we could hear him. 37 people in here now. That's awesome. Oh, hey, Broke Reef Man 45. I got your photos and I have them handy I've loaded them already so we can look at them maybe a little later. What else we got going on? That's the toadstool. Cindy is a trooper. Yeah, you should see the mother colony now, Lisa. It is not looking good. And I am going to frag the rest of it and turn it into just a stalk with a round flat top and see if it comes back. And if it comes back, then great. And if not, I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I don't have the heart to just trash it because when those tentacles are out, they're really long and it's a beautiful color green. So I don't know. I'll see what happens with it. I have made such major fragging to do in the next little while. Hector wants to go big again in the summer, but for now, the Twin Cities is giving me knowledge I didn't have with the 75. Yeah. Yep. Twin Cities are 14 gallons, right, Hector? Hector, did I send you a link for tonight? I don't know where you are or if it's convenient, but if you wanted to show everybody the Twin Cities and see what's happening with them, that'd be cool. Nano Man's going to try an all-in-one. My innovative marine that's Mollywood is all-in-one. It's a Nuvo Fusion 40. And I like it, except that it's difficult to do maintenance in the back, especially when you have to pull the return pump out. And if you remember, I was discussing doing that over the Christmas holidays. And this is 6 weeks later, and yeah, it's not done yet. Although I do have the Jabo DC 1200 DCS, I think, that Billy Pipes was showing on his video, and it's waiting. So I just have to find the time and the nerve to take it all apart and clean it all up. So all-in-ones are great, and that's why Mollywood is a low-stress tank for me. There's that beautiful Blasto again. Skookum Chuck, we can't hear you. He's probably talking away. Maybe his finger's over his mic. Okay. Love your lighting, Reefgrrl. Yes, it's a Kessel AP700, which of course is a point source light. And although the spread is quite good, there are areas in the tank it just didn't reach enough. And when I put up the Orphec bar lights, I was super happy with the coverage. and they're powerful. I have everything about 14 inches off the water, and I'm amazed. I have not checked the PAR. Something else on my list that I have to do with the PAR meter I bought 2 yes, 2 years ago, and have never really haven't even hooked it up to a computer. So, yeah, gotta do that. But Orfex and the Kessel together, I'm really liking the combination. Alice Holbert is here. Dip the leather in iodine, cut back and then dip. Yes. Yep. When I do the Weepy Toadstool, all the frags, of course, will get dipped in iodine, and I will probably dose a little bit into the tank. I do put 1 drop per week in Mollywood. It's only 40 gallons. Well, probably effective water volume is around 31, 32. So I will add some extra drops of iodine in there just to help with that. Kimber Reef says she loves her all-in-ones. They make things so easy. They really do. They are very much low-stress tanks. And Benny says, I love my all-in-one Aquatop, though he wants an upgrade of a Lagoon all-in-one. So Benny, Lagoon, I always think of Lagoon-style tanks as more shallow. Is that kind of where you're going with that? You want something that's perhaps a little bit larger footprint and not so deep top to bottom. My next tank will not be as deep as the Red Sea XL425 because it's just too hard to get to the bottom of that tank. I always get soaking wet and I end up with a big mess. And I think that's part of the reason I tend to delay a lot of cleanup things, because I just know there's going to be water everywhere. Hey, Sharbuckles Reef, you got something to show us, man? I've seen it on Instagram. Let me know if you want the link and I'll send it out to you. I'll need you your email. So I'm going to put the banner up that has my email address. There we go. It's across the bottom. And oh, Skookum Chuck's working on the sound. He just let me know. Okay, awesome. So yeah, anyone who wants the link, just shoot me an email and I will send that out to you, and we can maybe see what you got going on. What else is here? That was Big Mama. She's in a trash can. Uh-oh. Sharbuckle just got a new setup, and if you haven't run across him before, I think he's probably more active on Instagram than YouTube these days, but definitely check out Instagram, and you can see the new setup he's putting in place for his giant Clarkie. I think she's a Clarkie clownfish, Big Mama. We've been following along with how things have been going with her. Oh, that's great. Just plumbed it. It's awesome. Living in a brute can for 7 months. Wow. Are they adjustable? Brian, if you mean is the light dimmable, then no, at this time it is not. It's either on or off. They are working, though, on a device that will dim the lights. And that was supposed to be available, I guess, last fall. I have not recently checked whether it's available, but I have not seen any newsletters or anything, because I do get their newsletter. They haven't made any announcements that it's available. They're calling it a dongle. Anyway, so hopefully they'll come out with that, because the minute they come out with something that makes the lights ramp, I think I want all Orfec for my next build, because the lights are amazing and my whole tank responds to them. When they come on, everything puffs up and it's happy and the colors are great. And I think they're really responding to the spectrum. So yeah, I can't say enough good about them. I really do like them. Davis Jew. Hey, Dawn. I saw on Instagram you're getting back to work on your big tank. I saw a stand there. Sharbuckle says he's in bed right now, but he promises next time. Okay, we'll hold you to that. There'll be one, I hope, next week, the 29th. I have a family event. My daughter's baby shower is next Saturday, but it's at 11:30 in the morning, so I imagine we'll be cleaned up in time for me to get home for the live stream. Oh God, look at those typos. Soon. I noticed, but we knew what you meant, so. Yes, Big Mama is a Clarkie indeed. Clarkies are so famous for their feisty character. Oh, Hector's here. I'm sorry, Hector. I did not see you. Let's get you in here. There we are. And there's the Twin Cities. Awesome.
Hello,
Awesome.
Cindy.
How are you, Hector?
All good, all good.
Good,
Here
good,
watching the stream.
good.
About
Oh,
to-
Jessica J's here, and now we've got Tina. This is awesome. So what did you do this week, Hector?
well, other than work a lot,
Yeah.
not much. And finally, I got to win 2 giveaways.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. I won Bennett Pets, the food, and ICP test.
Oh, good. Who did the Benepets giveaway?
It was this guy right here. Let me see if I find the sticker. Arondus.
Oh, yeah.
This is, I don't know if you can see it.
It's dark.
Yeah, very dark. Hold on. I fixed that real quick.
Hey, Riffing with
Let's
O.
light it up. This
Nice to
guy
see
right
you.
here.
Oh, isn't that a nice sticker?
Yeah,
Wow.
Arondus, I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he did the Benefits giveaway,
Nice.
and some other guy on Instagram.
Good.
I was surprised I won. I would say I was so surprised. I was so happy. I said, finally.
Yeah.
Jesus.
See, and I see those all the time, and people always tag me, but I can't enter them because they're usually US.
Yeah.
And plus, I don't know how to repost. I went and read it somewhere, and I just saw all the steps, and I went, not doing it.
Okay,
I'll just watch it all go by. Hey, Insane Reefer. Oh, he can hardly wait to get his 180-gallon bill to show it off. Yeah, me neither. I can hardly wait till you get your 180 to show off.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be awesome. Oh, here we go. Holla at your reef boy, Aaron Deuce. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Aaron DUS. Yeah. Thanks, holla at your reef boy. He says he's a very cool guy.
Yeah. Oh, and I got here really fast. That was, I think it was on Tuesday, and I got it this morning.
Wow,
So,
that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever I have a giveaway, I like to get those things out immediately because, you get so busy in life. And if you set it aside and think, oh, I'll do that tomorrow, and then it gets buried by something on the kitchen counter, and before you know it, 3 weeks later, everybody thinks you're a scoundrel.
Yes.
You haven't fulfilled your promise, right?
Yep. Yeah, sometimes I was, before I was thinking they were all like scam just to get views or get people to subs and stuff like that. But I want to.
Yeah,
So
there you
now I can
go.
get that out of my head. So
Oh, that's good.
It was fun. But yeah, here about to clean the glass because this is how dirty the tanks get in a week.
Yeah.
They're filthy right now. And feed the fish.
Mine too. Being away for a couple of days is really hard because my husband looks after everything, but I don't expect him to clean the glass and all of that. It's he makes lists because he doesn't remember if he doesn't make a list.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny Martinez. Nice to see you. Oh, and Insane Reefer got his Melov stickers today, so he's going to put them on his CO2 tank. Cool.
Nice.
Yep. Very good. Is that Skookumchuck we're hearing there? Or is that you, Hector, in your background?
No, that's probably him. Skookum.
Speak up, man.
Blasto. That's a Blasto. Beautiful.
Yep. Really nice.
You see how I remember now? But when I'm
Yeah.
making a video, I don't remember the name of that coral. Oh my god.
Well, apparently there are a couple of different kinds of blastomussa now. Back when I started, they were all just blastomussa, but the scientists have been busy, and now there's blastomussa merletti and micromussa, and
Yep.
now some acans or acan lords or micromussa or like
A Canada.
yeah, acanat. Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Those ones are deadly. Yep.
Yeah, I went to my reef shop this week too and grabbed a couple new things.
Nice.
Yeah, it's crazy because now that they open Indo, like now you go to this place and say, "Oh, this is from Indo. This is from," and it's all a lie. It's just
Oh
to sell it,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I went there the first day, and then wait till you see tomorrow. Blah 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 blah. And when I got there the next day, it was a bunch of frags of the same thing he had the day before, but just in new plugs. I said,
Wow.
this guy is crazy.
Yeah. Tina says her tank glass is a mess too. She's had her great nephew for the weekend. Yeah. Yeah, and I've really regretted not being a little bit more diligent cleaning it along the bottom, along the sand, because now
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff is on there hard,
yeah.
and I'm going to have to really go crazy with a razor blade because I think that's the only thing that's going to get it off.
Yeah,
Oh,
all my corners are like that.
yeah. Holla at your Reef Boys asking if I have a sticker. No, I don't have a sticker. I have some stickers that people have sent me, but I haven't done the whole sticker thing. I'm not sure what I don't know. I'm not sure what I would do. My husband said I should do the waves from the intro that I used for Amathia's garden with the pink Reefgrrl. It would be really simple, but
He went away.
I don't know. I don't know. And you're welcome, Holla at your Reef Boy. Not a problem. I really enjoy your channel, and I hope others do. I'm sure they do. Hector, there's a question from Insane Reefer. Are you running different intensity on your two tanks?
No, the same, in both. Somehow I don't know. It's the same light, but somehow one blue of the other one is a little bit more bluish. I don't know why. But
Yeah, on camera, the one on the left city looks a little pink where it's reflecting off the lid,
yes,
and
yes.
right
Yeah,
city's more bluey white.
blue away. Yep.
Benny wants a Euphilia garden, he said to Jessica. Yeah, that would be I would love that. And I've always made the mistake with Euphilia of spreading them all through the tank. And then they end up torturing all the corals around them, even if I think I have them far enough away. And it's always a mistake. But if you group them together and you're sensible about it, like I never have been, then it can be beautiful. Tina wants me to do the troll glasses. Yeah. You mean a sticker? Oh my God, that would be cool.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Look,
That's
I
a good
got
idea.
these,
That's
and
amazing.
I got these ones, and yeah, I've got all kinds of them here that I haven't even worn yet. So they're for special new guests who've never been here before. Yeah. Kimber uses a Tunzi Care magnet along the sand bed once a month. Scrapes it clean really well, doesn't pick up sand. Yeah, I have one of those, and I have a feeling I need a new blade because I've had it for a long time, and it's starting to look just a little bit chewed up. So maybe it's just not in good enough shape anymore to stick tight enough to the glass to do that. Because it did when I first got it. It was amazing. Nano Man, you need a sticker designer. Hint, hint. Okay, I'm going to keep that in mind. Maybe you can do a poster for us when we sell our house, because that's going to be the next thing that's going to come up. I love Holla at your Reef Boys Zoa Gardens. Yes, That if anyone hasn't come across Holla at Your Reef Boy, that's all one word. He's in the chat tonight. Go check out his channel. He has I'm thinking Reefer 650 Peninsula. Is it a 600 or a 650? It's a big one. And that tank is only just over a year old, and it's amazing. So well worth looking at the channel. In the early days when he showed some of the really cool things he has done with colored wraps and other sort of really nice design things in the tank. Very, very entertaining and lots of really cool ideas. So do yourself a favor, check it out. In fact, I try to remember to say this all the time. It's well worth checking out the other participants in the stream because a lot of them here have really good channels and really interesting stuff going on. And if you haven't run across them before, it's worth taking a couple minutes just to see what they've got because
I love his soil garden.
Yeah.
He got a beautiful soil garden.
Yep.
I got inspired by him and East Sleep Reef, the soil garden he had too. That was beautiful.
Yep. Yes, I was hoping to start a Zoa garden in Mollywood, but I think if you saw my post on Instagram, and everybody says light, so I cranked up my AI Prime by about 3 to 4% on all of the colors except Violet, because Violet was at 100%, but I took all the others to 3 or 4% more than they were.
Yeah.
And we'll see. I don't like to go too far too fast with it, but we'll see what happens over the next couple of days. Yavi Gwaltney, gonna have to stay home one Saturday night. No, sorry, it jumped. Where did it go? There it is. So we can see some of Reefgrrl's new troll glasses. Yes. I mean, I guess I could just, put them on and wear them, but then anyone tuning in would really wonder what the heck is going on. So I'm enough of a geek as it is.
It's a party in there going on.
Yeah, that's right. That would be crazy. Oh, Lisa was looking at houses in your neck of the woods. Better buys out your... Hey, Lisa, we need to talk. We'll talk because we don't want to list our house with real estate. We want to sell it privately if we can. And it's just a bungalow. It's just like 1,100 square feet on the main floor, another 500 downstairs or 400. So, yeah, we're working on getting another house right now. In fact, the offer's going in to the people tomorrow. So we'll see what happens with that. We found it with a 10 by almost 13 room right at the front of the house for my fish room. And I think I was saying this last week, the room below is has a steel beam going right underneath where the tank would be. So, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm new to the hobby. Hey, Phil Gomez, nice to see you. I purchased a Red Sea Reef for $450. That's the 5-foot one. The plumbing was cracked. The website saying it's discontinued. Ooh, I wouldn't even know how to answer that. I don't know if you have to use their plumbing. I suspect as long as you get the right size pipes for the bulkheads at the top, or the bulkheads that come through the bottom of the tank, that you could use whatever you can get. But I have no experience with that, with switching from one to another. So I don't know if anybody has any advice. Yeah, we'll see if anybody...
What happened? Sorry.
That's okay. Phil Gomez just bought Red Sea Reefer 450, new to the hobby, and he noticed the plumbing was cracked. The website says it's discontinued, and he's asking where he could buy plumbing. And I'm just thinking, as long as you get the size matched to the bulkheads that go through the bottom of the tank into the overflow, you wouldn't necessarily have to use their plumbing as long as it's the right size.
Yep.
And I guess it also depends what was cracked, whether it's the elbow on the return at the top, or is it the valve? Because you don't need that valve. You can replace that with a gate valve and accomplish the same thing. So yeah, maybe some more details about what's going on, where it's actually cracked. That'd be good.
Yeah. If anything, reefpvc.com.
Right. Yeah.
They
So that's
could
what
probably help them, you know. And
that was pvc.com.
yes,
All right. There.
it's on Instagram too. It's Reef PVC, and the
Oh,
guy
Reef
has
PVC. Oh,
yes.
who did I see that? Was it
Um,
Sharbuckle?
Farm Boy Reef being like his built the Hulk that he's doing.
Oh yeah.
He using that PVC.
Okay. And I think it was Sharbuckle who had a shipment from them. But
Yes, I think so too. Yeah.
yeah. Johnny Martinez, I'm just cycling my Nuvo 40. Do you know, or what do you think about using Red Sea Reef Mature Kit? Hearing all those reefers out there. If you follow Prestige Reef, or if you haven't, check him out. Just Prestige Reef, 2 words. He's in the UK. And right now he is doing a project where he's been sponsored by Red Sea for running a tank. He has a 425 XL, same as mine back here. I always do this. I don't know how to point to it there. And he is allowed to have his own opinions. He doesn't have to say everything's good, but he has to use everything Red Sea. If it's something they make for a certain purpose that he wants to do something, he has to use Red Sea. And then he's doing videos about it. And I'm not sure if he's using the Reef Mature Kit, but he's using all kinds of Red Sea additives and supplements, and he's using their recipe for cycling and all that kind of stuff. So look at Prestige Reef at his channel, and I'll put it up here on a banner. Love these banners. All right, let's put it here. There we go. Yeah, he's always entertaining. He puts out a video about once a week. He started up a coral business, so he's been a little bit busier lately. So the videos have been, I think he's missed 1 or 2, but he's pretty good at sticking with them. And he might be able to give you some insight into how the Red Sea program works, because they basically want to be able to give people something from start to finish. So through all stages of a reef tank's life and maturity and evolution. And if anyone's had a tank for several years, you know the changes that it goes through.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And it's always been difficult when you reach certain points to know what to do, to know how to troubleshoot, and then to know how to fix it.
How to fix it, yeah.
So I don't know if that helps. AM done. So Skookum Chuck, was that a tuxedo urchin? I think it was. I think we saw it a while back. If you can maybe go back and show us. If I remember, it was like red and blue. Yeah, there it is, or purple and blue. So it looks like a tuxedo to me. I thought about getting one for a while. Hey, Tina, I'm glad you're here too. Sometimes it's hard to come in late and everybody's in the middle of talking and know what the heck's going on. So glad to see you. Saturdays can be nuts. That's for sure for some people. Let's see here. Oh, thanks, Kimber. Yeah, it's not a straightforward situation, so we'll see what happens. Nano Man wishes he could move to Canada. Aw. Yep, you would like it until you got -40 one morning when you woke up and your car wouldn't start.
That gotta be cold.
Yeah, that's what Lisa said. Too cold in the winter.
Yes. I think the more core our experience is -15, I think it was.
Yep.
That's about it. That was good enough.
Yeah. Well, when I used to commute to Toronto by train to work I worked downtown at PwC. I could stand on the platform and wait in my coat with no gloves, no scarf, no hat, all the way down to -15 before I even started to feel it. And
Wow.
but now as I get older, I find I need a scarf. I
Yep.
can't tolerate the cold anymore. And it's different. And it really doesn't even get as cold as it used to. So the -40s used to be
Mm-hmm.
January, February. We
Yep.
don't get that now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Same over here too.
look at this. Holla at your reef boy. Gave me a super chat. Thank you. That's awesome. Towards the future sticker. Thanks very much, Holla at your reef boy. I missed that somehow. Scrolling through the comments. Let me see if I can find it so we can put it up here on the screen. Oh, don't see it. Oh, maybe it hasn't shown up yet. Anyhow, what other questions might we have here? I wish I only had to deal with 11,000 square foot out Victorian in 26,000 square foot. A pain to take care of. Okay. That must be a commercial building of some point. Oh, look at this. Phil Gomez, if you want original plumbing, I have found them on Amazon and eBay. That might be a good tip, depending on the actual parts that you need. Sometimes the hardest thing to know is what the heck is the name of the part you're looking for.
Yep.
And Tina also says she's heard you can use different plumbing for them. Yeah, having had one for a while, I would definitely replace that stupid valve with a gate valve if I had the chance. And I'm just really hoping it doesn't give me any trouble before I have to take it all apart, because it's been running for almost 3 years now. And I've never disassembled it to clean it.
Wow.
So, well, the thing is, the way they work, it's a diaphragm. So
Okay.
when you turn it to the right, you let me think now. When you turn it to the right, you keep more water in the display. When you turn it to the left, you allow more water to run down the overflow.
Okay. Okay.
So when it gets clogged up, I turn it to the left until it's making so much noise you can hardly stand it to flush it out.
Yep. Yep.
And then I slowly turn it to the right again until it stops, until it doesn't gurgle. Like you turn it until it gurgles to the right, and then you back off a little bit until it's silent. And I'm wondering if that has helped, because I don't feel like it's getting too clogged.
Wait a minute.
So
What happened?
Oh, you disappeared, Hector. You're black.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, let me see what I did here. Oh my gosh.
Internet.
I hit video. There you go. Oh nope, not yet.
We got an avatar. Hey, Reef, who's getting the Radeon Gen 5? Yes, you can all talk. All you Radeon Kool-Aid people can talk about the Radeon Gen 5. I've seen really good deals on the Gen 4s now, though. Wow, I had typos in that post. Yeah, that's what I figured, WV Reefer.
All right.
Nanoman lives in Colorado, land of skiing. And Phil Gomez says thank you. Oh, Hector left, but he'll probably come back. Tina says she believes they're standard measure, but you have to double check with the manufacturer. Yeah, I think the biggest problem we run into with plumbing is metric versus imperial. And European stuff, of course, is metric, and American stuff is imperial. Oh, there's Hector back again.
Yes, I'm here. I don't know what I did.
Insane Reefer says, welcome to the hobby. It's a beautiful, addictive thing. And it is.
Tell me about it. It's like every Friday, get paid and feel like, oh, I got to hit the wrist shot.
Yep.
Oh, man.
I'm lucky that mine is like a half-hour drive. So
Yep.
I tend not to go there too often.
Too often, yeah.
It's really hard to leave without something, though.
I know.
So Hector, you said you got something new this week. Can you show us?
Yeah, I have. I got a couple frags. Nothing crazy, but a little something, something. Let me see. Where's my other phone? I got this. I really don't know the names because all this crazy names, and I already fragged them. You know me.
Yeah.
So I got this one here. I believe it's cat eye, something like that.
Oh yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Then what else did I get? I know I got this one here, and it's already fragged too. It's green with orange polyps, I guess. And I did got one more, but it's still tiny, so it's cooking right now. It's hard to see that one. But
That one
that's
looked like a meteor shower. Cyphastria, is that what that was?
it's something similar, yeah. But instead of be the blue one with the pink polyp, this one is green with the orange polyps. So probably that's what it is, just a different color,
Right.
I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Because
cool.
I want my, this guy from the reshop, he just come up with these names, and you be like, okay,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
okay,
Yep.
that's not what I heard before. But and then I got a jawbreaker, I think it is those the Hornets.
Nice.
Yeah, the jawbreakers. Yeah. So it's only 4 right now. They were kind of beat up, so he gave them to me for free.
Oh,
Lucky me. So yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah, like this week, it was a good week for me, like winning those 2 giveaways, and then I had 3 frags of the purple monster because they grow like weed in my tank. So
Mm-hmm.
I took them down there, and I was surprised the frags that I got traded for.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
like
When
knowing
the
that guy, he's he don't let go things that easy.
Yep. Well,
So
when the hobby starts paying back that way,
yeah.
makes you feel good because it does let you kind of broaden what you're able to get without spending a lot
Mm-hmm.
of money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, you've spent all the money, right?
Yes.
To get it in the first place.
And I still got 4 more there. Purple monsters they need to go. That thing is grow too fast, too fast.
And they're big.
Yes, they
Yeah.
huge polyps.
Yep. I have those in Mollywood right at the front. And they're the only zoes or pallies that are doing well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Jessica J, what happened to the corals that overheated? Did any of them make it? No. Not to my knowledge. I still have the skeletons in my tank, though. I'm not going to get rid of them because the last time I looked at them, there was no fluorescence under UV that I could see at all. But, I mean, they're still in my
And you never
tank.
know. You never
No,
know.
all it takes is one microscopic piece of tissue
Yep.
because I have a meteor shower cyphastria that I thought was dead. It was the whole thing was
Mm-hmm.
black. And one
Mm-hmm.
night with my UV, I noticed the tiniest speck of green.
Yep.
And now that speck is about the size of a dime, and
Look at that.
it's got the orange, the green, like it's coming back.
Yeah,
So
I had thrown rocks in the sump and left them there for months. And next thing I know, I need a rock to put on the tank, and there you go, a coral that I didn't know was there.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly. Cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. 'Cause I was refragging a lot of stuff too, so I just don't remember what else I got. Trying to think. I know that one because it's really out here saying hello. But,
Oh yeah, nice.
what
Phil says
else?
Phil Gomez says thank you for the info. So this is good. And Holla at Your Reef Boy said before he put this Peninsula 650 together, one of the first modifications he made was replacing that valve with a gate valve. Best thing he ever did. Yeah. Oh, I've got a couple of emails requesting the link. So let's do this.
Yeah. Maybe you're gonna get to wear some glasses.
Yeah. Aha. Yes, because
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I think Insane Reefer might have been in here before, but here, Hector, I'll put you full screen so everybody's not looking at the top of my head
Okay.
while I'm doing this.
Yep.
Okay.
And let me do my regular maintenance that I do weekly. Is clean the glass. That's it. I'm so surprised with this tank. The way they it's only the glass. The only thing I'll take care of this tanks. Only the glass. I mean, of course, feed the fish and change the filter flows. But other than that,
All right, Lynn Reef Nerd, I've sent your link. And now, Insane Reefer, I'm going to send your link. Let's see if you're already in my Gmail.
this algae off the glass.
Yep, there you are. Okay.
Look at this snail. I love this snail. I don't know what kind of snail it is, but it's huge.
Nice.
I love the shell. Look at the shell of this snail.
That's cool.
Right?
I like snails.
Yeah, me too. Anything rare I see, I try to get it. But make sure, it's re-safe, of course.
Yep.
Because some like to munch on corals, too.
Yep.
Oops. So I got I don't know if I told you, the ruby red dragonet. I think it was about a week ago. Oh, yeah, I think I did mention in the last.
I think you had just got it last time.
Yeah, but that guy is a goner. I don't know where he
no.
go. Yeah, I think he jumped. Like, it's crazy because it was the last Saturday I was in the stream. So I'm sitting by the tank and the lights are about to go off, and I hear this little tick on the floor. I say, "Uh-oh."
Oh, yeah.
So when I come to it's just a little crack in the lid that I got in the mesh screen top I got, and the cleaner rats jumped through there.
Huh.
So I'm pretty sure, since I haven't found the ruby red, so he probably jumped through there too.
And their habit is to swim up to the surface at night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody had a question for me. Kevin Stiles, when did you start in the hobby? What's your favorite fish? Ooh, my favorite fish right now, I mean, it changes.
Yeah.
But my favorite fish that I don't have that I want to get when I get a bigger tank is a pink tail trigger. And I think I'd like to get 2 or 3 of them.
Nice.
Because they're quite peaceful and they are gorgeous. And I started in the hobby in late 2010. And I have not been out of the hobby since then. So I guess 9 and a bit years. So yeah, it's I just love it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm in love with angelfish.
Yeah.
But you gotta be careful with those. I got mine in the sump still, and I feel bad. I think I'm probably gonna either trade it in or I don't know, man. I feel bad. This might go to somebody's tank, and
Yeah.
and it's gonna be the end of it. So.
Jessica J. Oh no, wait, that's not the comment, but I'll show that in a minute. She's asking if anybody's tried Vibrant, but Alice Holbert is asking you, Hector, if the Duncan colony is glued to look like a tree.
Yes.
Or is it so you put it together like that?
No. It's on a plug. It just grew out of one polyp.
Oh,
So I
cool.
cut the little stick out the plug and put it on a rock, and
Oh, okay.
it's just growing now like a ball.
Nice.
Yeah. Then that one, I got both at the same time. That one at one point was dying, and what I did, I glued the part that was dying. I cleaned it the best I could. It was already full of algae, and put it on a disc, and it got better. So,
Huh.
and with stretch whiskers now.
Wow. I don't
But
think
it
I've
was
ever
just like
seen
that
one that
one.
long.
Yeah, it was just
It's
like
weird,
that
eh?
one. And I don't know her. And look at that now.
Crazy.
Almost look like a torch anemone Duncan.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got Insane Reefer and Lynn here. So let's bring them in. And now I guess I can ask a troll question.
Yay.
I don't know whether we've had Insane Reefer in here or not.
I think so.
Yeah, I
I
think it
seen him
was
before.
quite a while ago. So I think maybe we're going to ask him a troll question. Let me just get my notes here so I can find it. First, let's bring him in. Hey, Insane Reefer.
Hey, how's it
Let's
going?
do
Can you guys
this.
hear me?
Yep, we
Yes, we
can.
can hear you.
All right. All
Welcome.
right.
And I'm going to add Lynn Reef Nerd as well. And there she is. Hey, Lynn.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep,
Yeah, we can hear you.
awesome. Okay, so I haven't done the troll question in a while. So here we go. Insane Reefer, I think I might have asked you this. I might have done the question thing with you the very first time you were here, but
Well,
Hey.
I tried getting in the last time, but I wasn't able to.
okay, all
I
right.
guess I was just how do you say internet dumb per se.
Oh yeah, it's happened to all of us. Oh, we lost Skookum Chuck. I think he's having big problems with his volume. I was just chatting with him privately a bit ago about that. So hopefully he can figure that out and tell us a bit about his 400 that he's got going on there. Okay, Insane Reefer. Let me ask you the troll question. Okay, so I'm guarding the bridge into the studio. This isn't going to be hard. It's just kind of an icebreaker to get to know you a little bit. Do you know within the last 12 months, within $100, how much you've spent on the hobby? You don't have to tell us. And I always say this, I'm not going to be responsible for divorces. But do you know within $100 how much you've spent on your hobby in the last 12 months?
Well, in the last 12 months, not including this one, because this is the 180.
Right.
I also have a 29-gallon upstairs, which is the one that I set up to, kind of delay things till I get this one ready.
Right.
I'd say just in the 29, I'd probably spend around $500.
Wow. You don't have to say a number. But I'm impressed that you're pretty close. Okay, you're in.
All right.
You're here anyway. Now let me see. Oh, these ones. All right. Now we've got Lynn Reef Nerd. Okay.
Did I get a new glasses?
Yeah, you know what? I like these because the one
Those are
half
cool.
is this
Wow.
half is green. So it's actually got the green screen image on it. Can't really see it, but yes, little things amuse my mind. What can I say? Okay, Lynn Reef Nerd, this is a really good question for you because we know that you're a huge collector of corals and you've got this gorgeous tank going on. What single piece of advice would you give to a new reef keeper?
Oh, crap. Don't start it.
Don't start it.
I have 4 tanks now, and I've been in for less than 2 years.
Wow. So you're like totally addicted now.
Huh.
Yeah.
I can't hear her.
Oh, Hector says he can't hear you. That's strange.
Yeah, I can hear you. I
Huh.
can hear Insane Reefer, but not her. Huh.
Here, let me make her full screen and see if you can hear her. Can you say something now, Lynn?
Hello?
Can you hear her now, Hector?
Nope.
I could hear her. I hear
Yeah.
her pretty good.
I hear
That's
static, but no voice whatsoever. Huh. That's crazy.
Really weird.
Yeah.
But hi, Lynn.
Hey.
Let's see what we got going on in the comments. So, Insane Reefer, that is a gorgeous tank. When you were talking about the money thing, I was looking at the build on the corners there. That is awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, this aquascape I came up with. I want to kind of to implement. I don't know if you've ever seen in Reef Builders a video about Evan Luau.
No, can't.
So there's this video on Reef Builders. This guy named Evan Luau, he has a lifted aquascape. So that's what I want to kind of implement in this tank.
Beautiful.
I'm planning on putting corals. I'm doing SPS, so mostly on the top right there is going to be all acros. I'm kind of doing a mixed reef. I'm doing with some acans in the bottom and zoas. I love zoas. I'm a real zoa freak.
Yeah.
But recently, I started experimenting with acros in my little 29 gallon, and I could say it's doing pretty good.
Cool.
I love the swim throughs and everything you have in this
Wow.
aquascape, like on all those angles and stuff.
Mhm.
Like really, really nice. That
This
should give you some good flow in there.
Yeah, this rock right here, I don't even have my wave makers on. This little rock right here is just going to be dedicated just for zoas.
Yeah,
Just because I want to keep them isolated.
Yeah.
nice. Hey, Hector, STL Reefer. Hi, STL Reefer, by the way. I need to clean my glass, but it's way more fun just watching Hector clean his.
I stopped. I didn't even finish.
And Tina's going to try that with her Duncan, Hector. I'm a little
Nice.
behind in the comments because I was doing this other stuff.
I mean, I would say flow has, a big part on it too to grow that way. I would think so. But ever since I put it like down that rock, it just started growing like that.
Yeah.
Like even, like hair started popping around the first polyp and it just kept growing.
Cool.
I'm trying to do the same thing with another frac I got, but it's not happening.
Here's a little picture, a little video about my my wire management, if you could say. I got my calcium reactors. Yeah, I got my calcium reactors over here. There's a biopellet reactor right here. I don't know if I'm going to run biopellets, but just in case, my nitrates go up a little bit too high.
Yeah.
This sump right here, I won this sump in raffle in the Tidal Gardens barbecue.
Nice.
That's great.
Yeah. So that's free. I do have a Trigger Systems sump, but this one's a little bit bigger because I have a 800-watt heater. So it wasn't going to fit in my little 36 long refugium, my little refugium area. But my plumbing, I got the Beam Animal style. So it's real quiet. You can't even hear the tank, and it's running right now. You could see the flow kind of in the sump, but I'm not running a lot of water in my sump, if you could tell.
Yeah, I think that's how the Red Seas are designed with the Bean Animal. It's got the return that goes up, but coming down is the overflow plus an emergency.
Yeah,
is that a Bean Animal?
Drains. Yeah, I have 3 drains. You can see the way I did the plumbing here. This is just one return. So
maybe it's a Durso I'm thinking of. I always get the darn names mixed up.
The Durso is different. It's you kind of do like 2 elbows, and it kind of goes like in the water. Basically, it covers the elbows, and that's how it basically drains. But this one right here, I'm going to show you here real quick.
Hi, my name is Billy, and I have a reef tank. Thank you, Mr. Billy Pipes, for the super chat. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you can't hardly see it, but I have 3 drains coming down. It's 2 returns, like 2 that goes to the skimmer, and then there's one that's the emergency. It kind of goes where the pump is at over here.
Right.
So if anything were to fail, I already tested it. This pump is too strong. It's the CJ 9.0.
Wow.
It does around 2,500 gallons per hour.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, and it's a little bit oversized, but right now the way I built this, I did the cabinetry work on my tank. So I built all this.
Very nice.
I kind of encrusted the C-shaped pump.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Wow.
So
So
it's encrusted.
So it looks like it's controllable, right? So
Yes,
you've got it on the lowest setting.
It's running around 25%.
Right. So if you put a valve to back it off even more, is that going to hurt the pump? Like, would you get back pressure on the pump that would hurt it?
I don't think so, because these pumps are, they're built to last. CJ is a real good company as far as pumps.
They got a 3-year warranty, right?
Yeah.
This one has a 5-year warranty.
5-year? Wow.
5 years.
Awesome.
So I built all this. If you could tell, I did a suspended canopy.
That's beautiful.
And I built everything. The wood, I cut the wood and everything. Wow. Here are the doors right here. I'm in my basement, so it's kind of messy here. But these are the doors. I could detach them, and I can attach them right there in the bottom.
That's
so basically, these 2 doors, I could just put them on there and cover the whole thing. So not to brag, but I got my little babies right here.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Hey, show it off, man.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. We're here to see all of the super stuff.
Yeah.
And this skimmer right here, I don't think you could get it anymore, because now they got the Curve 9, the Curve 7, and all that. But this is the CS 180. It's by Bubble Magus. I love this skimmer. So,
I had a CS 3.5 when I had my 20-gallon Nano, and I loved it. Then I got the Bubble Magus Curve A5. And Hector, I'm not going to rant about it, but we all know how much I hated that thing.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm going to say. And I still haven't done the video of destruction, but I'm going to.
I could show you where mine's sitting right now.
Yeah, the pump. Yes.
No, the whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's out of the sump. That's it. Done.
Yeah. Hey, Murphy's Aquatics. Thank you. Hi, my name is Murphy. I have a better reef tank than you know who. All right. Well, one of these days you'll have to come on here and do a showdown. That would be kind of cool. Oh, now we got $14.99 from somebody who's probably got a better one. Carlos. My name is Carlos. I'm addicted to acros. You guys, thank you for the super chats. I appreciate it. That helps pay for next month.
These are my babies right here. I bought these probably about 3 months ago.
Those are the Gen 5s?
These are the Gen 4 Pros.
Oh, okay.
And then I kind of...
Your Camper 3 is amazing.
Yeah. This right here, it's I kind of cut the hose so they rest on top of the wood. And I have routers and everything, so, I just like woodwork.
That's clean. That's really clean.
I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it myself. And after I bought this and then found out the G5s were coming out, I was like, oh, I should have waited. I should have waited 2 more months, And
then you would have got a better price for one thing if you wanted to get G4s.
Yeah. And it's the same price basically. Yeah. So, but I'm going to tell you what, I like the shimmer. The G5, I heard that they're going to have a little bit of shimmer, but not as much as the G4s. So, I don't know. I like the shimmer. I like to see the corals and the lights and all of that. I am running actually. Well, not right now, but once I turn them on, I actually got the programming from WWC. I have gone to Reefgrrl in Chicago in October, and I was speaking to Frank from Worldwide Corals. And I said, Frank, I want to do SPS, but at the same time, I'm the kind of person that, I like more blues than whites. It's just something about the color pop with the corals and all that.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? Just send me an email, and I'll send you the program. And I did that, and the program is sweet. it doesn't
Nice.
have the whole sunrise and sunfall effect, but you know, the blues and the combination of the blues with the little bit of reds and greens and whites, it's pretty good.
Nice. Hey, Carlos 23, welcome. Click Clacks Reef. We got a whole bunch of new people that came in. Murphy's Reefing, Just the Bubble Tip, Billy Pipes. Did I see Billy Pipes in the chat or just the? I'm just looking through here to see. I can hear her. Oh, this is back from Lynn. Yeah, we'll have to get to Lynn. Derby City Reefer, hello.
Wow, love that
Murphy's
aquascape, man. Good job with that aquascape.
Yeah, I use the Marco the Marco A cement.
Yep.
Yeah, I use that and I love it myself. I don't know what you think of it.
Yeah, well, I used the gray one. I was like, should I use the gray one or should I use the coralline algae? I said, you know what? The rocks are going to turn brown anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to go with the regular one. It's the same price. It's not a difference as far as color.
Yeah.
I just think that, you know, over time, coralline algae is going to come anyway. So it'll be just a matter of time. This tank is acrylic.
Okay.
And it was built by a manufacturer in, I think it's in Pennsylvania. It's called American Aquariums. I don't want to sponsor them too much, but they did a pretty good job. I could say it's a 3/4 of an inch glass. So the only thing I'm concerned about a little bit is, you know, scratches.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do my best to try not to, you know. I got the magic erasers. That's why I heard good things about it. So I'm trying not to scratch my glass.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice and simple, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Good thing is my wife, she supports me a lot. You know, she doesn't, you know,
Yeah.
I take care of the house. So, you know,
Exactly.
she's like, well, as long as you take care of the house, you know what? I don't care what you spend on it. So
Yep.
that's
the way.
I wouldn't even want to tell you guys how much I've already spent, and I don't even have fish yet.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yep. Yeah, I don't spend the grocery money on corals. That's not something I've ever done. So I don't feel bad.
Yeah,
But my husband's very supportive, and I don't have to be afraid really to tell him about any of the money I spend, especially since we turned the $260 investment coral into over $1,000 of frags in a couple of years. So
yeah,
he sees how it works if you buy the right things and they grow. They got to grow though. Hey, Richmond Reefer, nice of you to come by.
That's what I'm planning to do. No, I'm sorry. That's what I'm planning on doing. You know, once I get coral and I get more understanding. I've been reefing for about 14 years. I started first mistake as a reefer. I don't know if you guys are interested in hearing.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
My first mistake as a reefer, I bought this little 45-gallon. It was a tall tank. It was around 30-something inches tall. I started mine with tap water.
Wow.
Having no idea that I was going to have an algae problem in about, you know, a month or so.
Yeah.
Everything was looking good, and I was like so excited. And hair algae started growing. I was like, oh my God, what did I do?
I did too, to start my first 75-gallon with tap water.
They would try to explain. Yeah, they would try to explain. To me.
I didn't go through the algae problem, but I think until now I haven't gone through no major issue algae problem. But every time I see a little bit of hair, I just go in with the toothbrush and kill it right away.
Yep. Ari did
give
that.
It a chance.
Hey, Ari, nice of you to come by. He says, good job, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's good. Well, my first reef tank that was given to me, they told me it's fine to use tap water as long as you condition it. And so that's what I did. And I also used the floating temperature thing that's also supposed to tell you the salinity level, because that's what they used.
The hydrometers, yeah.
Yeah. And eventually it was just like 1.038 or 040 or some awful. And the poor little clownfish, no wonder he was so vicious. So it started when I went to get him an anemone to live in. And that's how I got into reefing, was to do something for this poor little clownfish.
right here. One other thing I want to show you guys is you probably can't see it as well, but I got the flow generators.
Yeah, I can see it.
So
Those are great.
they work pretty good. They sometimes suck air from the surface, so I had to lower them a little bit, but they work pretty good. As you can see, I don't have my wave pumps on, and
Yep.
they ripple the surface pretty good. So I got two MP40s. I was also considering. Rico did a video about some sea sweeps.
Yep.
I'm planning on I'm planning on getting some sea sweeps with some tunsies, just because I want some random flow, and I think it should be enough for this tank once it gets going.
Yep. Oh, definitely. Billy pipes. Thank you, Billy. Richmond Reefer can't figure out how to super chat, so here's his cut. P.S. He's cheap. You guys, you're all calling each other out, and now this live stream is going to get the benefit of it. It's awesome. Oh, you guys.
Yeah, I know I don't have any fish in this tank yet.
Well, take your time.
Definitely.
Do you know what you want?
Yes, I do. Well, actually, I'm first going to start with I'm going with 2 storm clownfishes.
Nice.
I'm going with 1 black storm, and I'm going with 1 mocha storm. Those are the first ones. Right. And then I have a tang upstairs, a yellow tang in my little 29. Please don't call the tank police on me.
Don't feel bad. I got one in a 14 gallon. So,
but my intention from the start was, I'm gonna put him in this 180 if I could catch him.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
hey, Acro Breeder, thanks for coming in. Yeah, let me ask you a question. The mocha storm, are they derived from tomato clowns? Like, does the mocha color come from whatever kind of clown it is that's the tomato clown? The red?
I have no idea. It's more like a kind of brownish orange color.
Yep.
Yeah, but the ones I'm getting, they're Ocellaris.
Yeah, Ocellaris have a really nice personality, and mine are very, very sweet. Well, I say that, but the female bit me, and I found out it's because they have eggs again.
Oh yeah,
but
they'll get they're little vicious creatures. That's for sure. I'll tell you what, I have a 6-line wrasse in my little 29 gallon, and he tried to kind of be a bully at first when I put him in, but the clownfish were already there. I'd say my clownfishes, they're the bosses of the tank.
Yeah.
No matter what, the 6-line wrasse has nothing with them. He just, whenever I'm going to feed them, because I got one of Mo's, I was telling you last week, I believe it was.
Yep.
I got one of the feeders to hang, and those things work like a charm. I'm telling you.
Yep. Mine came in this week, and I can hardly wait to try it. Yep.
I was about to ask you that because I know you had put in an order for one of them, and they are amazing. I got the black one because I like black.
Yeah, I got the black one too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Richmond Reefer. This is my first super chat ever. Thank you so much. That's awesome. And you learned something new tonight. How to do super chat.
And I also got some of that the Celcon you guys were talking about last week, I believe.
Oh yes. Yep.
And I've been adding that to the food. I can't say I noticed a difference, but I know in time I will, because they love it. They love it.
Well, when I think I mentioned I was going to start adding it to the Molly food because I had never used it for them before because of the lymphocystitis, the cloudy fins and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I did, and the cloudiness is going away. There's only 2 of them now that have any cloudiness on their fins. So whoever it was that said Celcon and good feeding, the Celcon, adding it to their food and letting it soak and then feeding them seems to be working.
Yeah.
So
I think it was CJ who was talking about it the other day. I actually live 45 minutes away from CJ.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, CJ lives in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm in Lexington, 45 minutes away from him. So I have access to that Whitland Aquatics down there in Louisville. They got some pretty nice corals, and I'm dying to go over there. I just haven't had the time. So.
Do you guys know if we have to refrigerate the Celcon?
I don't.
It doesn't say in the bottle that you do, but I put it in the fridge anyway, just in case.
Yep. I
Okay.
shake it before I use it though. Like I shake it really good.
Yeah. It says it's going to cloud your water a little bit, but I haven't had that effect so far.
It does, but it seems to be local to wherever you put it in. It doesn't make the whole tank cloudy, at least not in my experience. Oh, WVU Reefer said that was me. Yeah, I if you mean this, the feeding and the Celcon, yeah, thank you for that because I think it's making a difference. Derby City Reefer is also from Louisville.
Sweet. We need to get together and I don't know, do a little road trip, little
Yeah.
I can't go up to Canada up there. I'll probably freeze, but hey,
No, wait
hey,
till the summer.
Never say never.
Yeah. Well, I'm Puerto Rican, man. I'm Puerto
Yeah.
Rican, so I'm tropical.
Yeah.
we adapt to any environment.
Oh yeah,
I love
it's
Puerto Rico. I want to go
yeah.
back there sometime.
What part of Puerto Rico are you from?
I am from Tua Baja.
Tobaja? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm from. Yeah, I was born in Ponce and raised in Cuamo.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been here in Kentucky for about 7-8 years. Yeah,
Nice.
but I was raised in New York,
Nice.
so I was kind of next to Billy Pipes somewhere around there. I know he's from Jersey. I think he's from what, Jersey?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah. Derby City
Yeah.
Reefer says since in Reefer there's also cheesy corals in New Albany that, in my opinion, his opinion, is as good as Whitland's.
Really?
So cheesy corals, New Albany. There you go.
All right.
Weekend.
Yeah. Hey, and I'm also right next to Gonzo too, because Gonzo lives in Corbin, Kentucky.
Huh.
I've actually went to one of his location with my Reef Club, and he has some pretty sweet corals. He's doing a little bit more of them live sales, man, and he has some fire, to be honest.
Nice. Yeah, Pelfrey's from Kentucky too, but I don't know where in Kentucky.
So I told CJ the other day, man, we need to meet. he was making a live. He was in Whitland Aquatics, showing off all the corals he was going to get and all that. And I was like, man, we need to meet one of these days.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the thing about YouTube. It's great. I mean, here we are remotely talking to each other, and then we start finding out how close everybody is, and you would never know they were there.
Mm-hmm.
See, I've been following you for a while. I'm a driver, so I drive trucks and everything. And what I do is, I'm in the road and I put YouTube channels. I follow everybody, Rico's. I follow you. I follow a bunch of YouTubers, and that's how I go by my day.
Yep.
It just goes quicker. And I'm listening to all you guys, and I've learned a lot from YouTube. I could say when I started, I got into the LA Fish guys.
Yep.
So nowadays, I don't like to, I'm not gonna say anything bad.
Yeah.
But we have progressed a lot as far as what they used to talk about. Now you think about it nowadays, and you're like, I wouldn't have done that. But
yeah. I knew nothing about YouTube as a source of information until I started my channel in 2016. And up until then, the first 5-6 years, I just went by the advice of the local fish guy or the local fish store, and it was bad advice.
Mm-hmm.
So I had all kinds of problems. And he crashed my 29-gallon cube when I hired him to look after it while I was on vacation. And I came home to a floating mat of brown sludge and dinos. And he texted me when I was on a beach somewhere in the Caribbean and said he had just done a 50% water change because I had diatoms. I did not have diatoms. I had dinos, and I knew that before I left.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he used for the water change because I didn't have any salt water mixed. I don't know if he used tap water or what the heck he did, but I cried when I got home. My husband would not let me call him for days because I was so angry.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
Well, I'm gonna give you my experience. I went to Puerto Rico in July of last year, and I left my nephew taking care of my little 29-gallon.
Uh-oh.
I don't think that in the 2 weeks that I was in Puerto Rico, I don't think he went 3 times to go feed my fish.
Oh no.
And the thing is that they always say never do anything when you're going on vacation. Just, just make sure your auto top off is working, and that's it. Don't do any changes, never. And that's something I've learned in the hard way.
Yeah.
I was doing maintenance on my tank before I left. I did a water change, and I tend to unplug my auto top off so that it won't go crazy. Throwing water in there. I think it was my son, because my son lives 2 doors down from me. He heard something, and I said, you know what? Get the keys from, When he went in the house, the tank was literally around this.
Wow.
It had lost, evaporation went, and the wave pumps, they were just throwing just air bubbles.
Oh no.
And I had around 4 or 5 bleached corals.
Wow.
So it wasn't getting any heat because the heater, it wasn't throwing water or anything. It was just dry.
Yeah, just still water.
Wow.
And I didn't even call him. I was angry. I said, you know what? I told my son, you know what? Just do this, and that. We did a FaceTime, and I explained to him. I explained to him how to, plug in the auto top off again and all that, and get the tank running. But still, when I got back, I had lost a bunch of corals. I had bought a nice red Setosa from Gonzo, and it completely just bleached out. I mean, I was so angry.
Yep.
Because you try so hard to keep your stuff alive, and you progress so much. I never knew what was kind of adding calcium and alkalinity to a system. When I was first starting, I would just take a little plastic cup like that, mix in the calcium powder just like that, a little bit of water like that, and throw it in the tank. And for me, that was my calcium supplement.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yep.
I used to stand in the corner after dark, after lights out, with a baster and drip it in. It would take me like a half an hour because I knew you were supposed to put it in slow. It was always good if you did it overnight because they grow at night. So there's me with my baster in the dark, dripping calcium into the back corner of the tank, jammed in between the tank and the wall. Oh man, just crazy, just crazy. And I'd have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to catch a train at 10 after 7.
Wow.
And it was just insane. Yeah, Blue Carbon says his Ocellaris clowns bite his hand every time he puts it in the tank. Yeah, I guess some are, they're individuals, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Derby City says Palfrey's from Owensboro.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Hey, Casey Reefs. Useless Reefer is here. I like that channel name.
This right here, the E107. I actually was watching a video on Mike Paletta's. You guys know who Mike Paletta is, so I'm not even going to ask you. These are individual channels.
Yeah.
So each light is one plug.
Yep.
But I tried plugging in my 3 Radions. It didn't work. Because because I think I exceeded
so much juice.
Yeah, I exceeded the 15 amps that it has. And then my Radions shut off, and I got scared because I couldn't get them back on.
Wow.
So yeah, that scared me. I'm like, well, there goes $2,500.
Yeah.
No kidding.
I got the same one, but with blue switch. Yeah. They're good for minor things like power heads and heater and stuff like that.
And this right here, you will never go wrong.
Yep.
I've had this since I bought my 90-gallon. That was 7 years ago. I ran this. You do probably about every 2 to 3 years, you need to replace the pump. But that's about it. The pump is $25. That's it.
Yeah, that's the 5017.
This is the 35 something.
Oh, the 3155.
Yeah, the 3155.
Yeah, I have the 3152, the nano one.
Yeah, I
And
bought that one for my 29 because I had this one
Yeah.
in my little 29 gallon. But when I started mounting everything here, I said, you know what? I'm not going to buy another auto top off. So I bought a $100 auto top off, which is a small one.
Yeah.
I said I'll put that one in a 29 gallon because I love Tunzi. And as you can see, I still have the Apex Classic here.
wow.
I want a Trident, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna buy the computer for it.
Yeah.
They had come out with a deal a couple of weeks ago, but they didn't last 24 hours.
Carlos 23 said he's had his Tunzi for 5 years and just changed the pump. Best ATO.
Yeah, the thing about it is that the little plastic ring in the bottom, whatever pumps up the water, it gets loose from the metal part. So what I did, sometimes I would just put a little bit of crazy glue on it and fix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that is really, really nice. I look forward. Do you have a YouTube channel in St. Reefgrrl?
I do, but I am camera shy. So
Yeah,
Come
me
on,
too.
man.
Yeah,
I
don't.
never,
Yeah.
I never tried doing videos because, but I'm thinking about it. It's
Just do it like
I
you're
said,
doing right now. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
just
I'm computer dumb, so I wouldn't know how to edit anything. If I were to do something, I'd just do something,
Well, what are
Put it
you
over
talk.
what are you using? Are you using a cell phone?
Yeah, this is my iPhone.
It's an iPhone. So check out CJ's tutorial on how to film
Yeah.
a reef tank with your cell phone. Hector, you were just going to say that, weren't you?
Yep.
I know you're a big fan, and it's true. I learned so much
Yeah.
from his little tutorial. Like it's just a couple of videos, very simple, but really, really helpful. And then there's a app called iMovie, and I
Mhm.
do all of my videos. I have a Max, an iPhone X Max XS, I don't know, SX Max.
Yeah, that's the one I have right now.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I have the most space you can get. I think 512 gigs in this phone. And that's what I use to do all my videos. I don't use a computer. It's all done on my phone, and it's using iMovie. And I've learned all kinds of little tricks. And even if you listen to CJ when he talks about it, there's a couple things he mentions that I've never heard anybody else talk about and are really, really useful. So if you're thinking about videos, maybe just, check those out. That'll really help you.
Yeah, eventually I'll lose the camera shyness. Like this is my first time ever talking like on live stream or whatever.
Oh, well, you're doing great because you're showing us lots of different things, and you're not saying and ah a lot.
Yeah, like me.
See, I'm a talker. I like talking. I am real. How do you say it? I like people. Yeah, I like people. And when people get to know me, they say, "Man, you're a real nice guy." I'm like, "Well, it's just the way. It's just the way I am."
Yep.
I like to make friends. I like to, talk reef, and
That's awesome.
It's a passion that I have.
Yep. Yeah, I know the feeling. Like I said, I can't imagine my life without some kind of a reef tank. And the next one is going to be the monster tank. I think I'm going to call it Crazy Town.
Crazy.
Because honestly, that's what it feels like to me. Like, I have to ask myself, am I crazy for doing this? So we'll see.
No, you're not.
Yeah. So
That's normal.
This is where my calcium reactor is going.
Yep.
I planned out the space for everything. So they're going there. I'm going to see if I could maybe fit the CO2 tank here. I don't know if I should go with a 10-pound or if I should go with a 5-pound.
Yeah, I don't know much about running them. Murphy's Aquatics can help you with that. I know PR Fish Girl, Monica, she's on Instagram, and she has just gone through the whole getting a calcium reactor thing.
That's and I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, okay.
This is my first time getting a calcium reactor. Reason I'm getting it is just more stability. Rico's Aquarium, he has a very good detailed video on how to install and run it. The only thing different that I'm doing is they have been running the Camor pump, but I'm actually going to run the Versas with it. So
Right. I have heard people swapping out the Camor for the Versa. In fact, Carlos
Well-
23 has just got a Versa, and such a kind gentleman, he sent me his Camor so that I can put it with the calcium reactor. So
sweet.
shout out to Carlos 23 for hooking that up for me. That's awesome. It'll be waiting for me in Niagara Falls.
Yeah. So when you compare, I can't say quality because it's still fairly new to everybody. I guess we'll see in the future how they
Yeah.
run. But when you compare the price of a Ecotech product with a almost $300 peristaltic pump,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't go wrong because you pay $150 and it's already ready, Mobius ready.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I don't know if they're doing the G4s with the Mobius. It's something that I hope they do because, to be honest, I have the Reef Link and it just loses connection a lot. And
Yeah.
even though once you set your lights up and you're running a program, you shouldn't have to tinker with them too
Yeah.
much. But
Hey, this is a 180, is it, Oscar?
this is a 180.
Yeah. Blue Carbon Reefing was just asking. And what are
Yeah.
the dimensions of it?
Well, the dimensions on this one, they said 72, but I think they made it 1 inch shorter. So
Oh.
it's actually 71 long by 24
Right.
by 24 or 25. I think it's 25 in width and 24 height, I think.
Oh, Lynn
But-
Reef Nerd has left because her lights are going off. Sorry we didn't get you in here, Lynn. Maybe next week we can check you out a little earlier and take a look at your collection.
I know it's not much fun showing an empty tank, but
No, it is, brother. It is. Trust, because a lot of people, there's a lot of new people getting in the hobby, and
it'll maybe give them inspiration on
Yes.
on trying to build an aquascape. This is my first aquascape that I built like this.
and
I
you did amazing.
I always do the wall effect to where
Yeah,
it was,
yeah.
everything stacked one against the other, and yeah.
No, you get better by the years,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
once you go through your mistakes, you try to fix it.
And it's better for you to show that this happening right now, and people learn from that, to do it right from the get-go.
I just thought about a lot of access for the fish,
Yep.
so they could have tunnels and at the same time to where they have places to hide.
Yeah,
And-
territory.
And at the same time, so you'll be able to see them from every angle.
See them, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Because who wants a tank with hiding fish?
Yeah.
So I said, and I like the beachy area. So I said, you know what? I'm going to try to implement here like a little beachy area to where, this sand right here, I can't tell you what millimeter it is, but it's a little bit thicker.
Yep.
Because I know I'm going to be running a lot of flow. So I want something that's not just going to move around. Because in my 29-gallon, I have sugar fine sand.
Yeah.
And my clowns had already made a big hole, like literally you could see the bottom of the tank because they've already hosted their little corner there, so that's where they're at most of the time.
Carlos says he runs G4 Mobius and it's very easy to use.
But on the lights,
I don't know because all I know is Mobius is an app. It's a control app. I don't know what it actually hooks up to.
I think
I'm new to all that too.
Yeah, I think for now it's only hooking up with the Versas, and I think I don't know if the quiet drives are picking them up, but I know the Versas are working with it because I heard Devin from Reef Dudes, he did a video on that, and that's how he's running his. By the way, I like the way Devin did his nice peninsula next to his stairs.
Yes, that is beautiful.
He already stocked that thing up in one day, but
yeah.
He was saying that he also had some live rock and all that. So plus that Microbacter 7, that's people are going crazy over that. I did it old school. I am very old school. I started with 3 shrimp. So I put 3 shrimp in here and I let them
Yep.
rot for like 3 or 4 days. And
Yep.
then I took them out. And after like 3 or 4 days, I already had ammonia. So
Yep. I think I'm old school too then, because I'm kind of really, I don't know, when I hear people talk about cycling a tank in a week and then they start putting stuff in and then they spend the next 6 weeks fighting problems,
Yeah.
Allergies. Yep.
things,
I just think, like, if you just can wait a month, you
Yep.
can
Yeah.
you can actually, I'm going to throw some mollies into the 90 that I have cycling right now. Today's the 7th day of putting in the aqua vitro seed, and I threw in some cubes of frozen brine earlier in the week because I found out that you do need an ammonia source if you're not going to put fish in right away.
well, I think they'll
So,
last. I think they'll last a little bit more than a month because I was hearing if you ever go back to the Magna in 2019, I believe it is, Dr. Timms
yep.
was he was doing a presentation about bacteria, and he says that bacteria don't need to eat. It's just they're more. I don't want to quote him, but they go based more on like energy. I believe it is.
Hmm.
I'm not quoting him on that, but
Interesting. Well, when you look at the instructions for the seed, it talks about putting a dose in at the beginning, the first day, and then for 7 days you put in another dose, and it's based on water volume. And so that's what I did. But doing some reading online and some research, what people like, they say you can put fish in on day one as long as you maintain the dosing. And what happens, I think, is there's the assumption that the fish waste is the ammonia source that feeds the bacteria. So then you get your ammonia handled by the bacteria, and you don't get nitrites. I don't know. But anyway, what I learned is that if you're not going to put fish in right away, you still do need to give it an ammonia source. So
Yeah.
maybe this seed stuff is a little bit different. So that's why I threw in, my thing was always to throw in a shrimp and let it rot and wait a
yeah,
month, and just wait a month, because,
mine.
you know,
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh,
Go ahead.
well, I mean, if you wait a month, you won't be dealing with issues when you've got
Yep.
livestock in there.
Yeah. Things
Oh,
could go bad
Yes.
really quick.
thank you, Lynn Reef Nerd, for the super chat. Good night, everyone. Have a great rest of the night. Thank you for having me on. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. And maybe next week we can check out your collection.
Yeah. Some people like to rush it. I could understand the anxiety because who doesn't want a beautiful reef tank?
Hmm.
Yeah.
But patience is key when
Yep.
you're doing this, because okay, you can start real quick and have beautiful corals, but things also tend to go bad really quick,
Yeah.
and then it's harder for the corals to recover because you pale the coral or whatever, and you have to wait 3 months for it to get its color back.
Yeah.
So what you did right there is just delay the process as far as growth.
And for a hobby that requires patience as a foundation of skill, it's the opposite. If you are really, really anxious to start putting livestock in, I just think you have to pretend you don't have it, other than to monitor it and see what stages and maybe do a testing after a couple of weeks. You just have to kind of pretend it's not even there. And all of a sudden, one day, you'll do your testing. It'll be time for that first water change, and then you can start slow. And there's nothing wrong with starting slowly. I look back at when my tank was first set up in August of 2017 compared to now, and I think, I used to think that looked pretty good.
Oh yeah.
There's
Oh
like
yeah.
nothing in there,
I,
but
I would
you know,
love for you to see my 45 gallon when I started it. I did have you ever seen the China, how do you say it? The mural? Is it that big wall that they have, like, that separates China from I don't know where?
the Great Wall of China, that,
Yes, the
yeah.
Great Wall. I built the Great Wall in my 45 gallon. Basically, you couldn't put any coral. I didn't have any coral because I was, it was a fish only system. I didn't know anything about it. But if I were to put coral, I think they'd probably come out the water. So
Yeah.
that's how high my aquascape was. and I would scrub my diatoms. Like I didn't like the look of it.
Yeah.
I would take out my rock and scrub everything and then put it back in. Then
Yeah.
it grow back. I'm like, what the heck? I don't like this. Well,
Well, let me
it's
tell
the
you what.
process.
Let me tell you what eats diatoms, and that's mollies. Because as soon
yeah.
as the 90 that I'm cycling in maybe in a week and a half or so, because we're moving, I have to get this thing cycled so that I can house the contents of the tanks I have now and make my fish room back into a bedroom so we can sell our house. And as soon as it gets the brown algae and the diatoms, I'm putting mollies in there. And they will clean it up in a matter of a day or so, and they'll keep up with it.
Yeah. I didn't like them much, but I've learned with the years that's just the little ugly stage at the beginning.
It's a stage, yeah.
Yeah, it will go away. You just have to, let the bacteria take care of it. So
yeah. So Gabriel CHV, hello. He's looking for some advice for starting a quarantine tank. I think if you go to Fish of Hex channel, I think a lot of people have heard of him, but maybe if you haven't, he has, I believe, a playlist or a lot of videos anyway about quarantining fish. And I think he's got one that's like basically a beginner guide to setting up a quarantine tank. It might be worth checking that out.
So Hector, is he still here?
Oh, no, we lost Hector. He was having a bit of trouble before. We do have a question from Broke Reef Man. Is he crazy starting a frag tank months before actually putting frags in? No. It would be great to have an empty tank because then as soon as you see something you want, you have a place to put it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm going to show you something real quick. I thought about breaking this down. I mean, at the same time, my wife, she was looking at me funny. She was like, no, you are not getting the turtles out there. So I have little turtles here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got one Mississippi map. I know it's not saltwater or whatever. And I have one Eastern painted turtle. So.
Right.
And I built all this little waterfall and all that.
Nice.
I built that little basking area. I know people don't care. Who cares about that?
No, hey, Nano Aquamania, if you've ever heard of him, he hasn't been on YouTube for quite a while. He had turtles, and I haven't looked for his channel in a long time, but it's just the word Nano Aquamania, all one word.
Oh, yeah.
And he has some really good videos showing his turtles, and he has turtles that he's had for like 15 years. And he's in I think Mumbai is where he lives, and it's pretty cool. And even his other reef tanks, he likes to do really interesting DIY stuff. I believe his last tanks had no sump, and it's an interesting channel to follow.
I think that people who don't have a sump are I don't want this to come out the wrong way. I think that they if they could accomplish something good without a sump, I think that you should bow to them and say, hey, take your hat off. You're doing a great job, sir.
Yeah, I had a canister filter on my 29 cube.
And how did that work?
It was great once I took all the sponges out and replaced it with media out of the canister. And that was on Fish of Hex after seeing one of his videos. And I did it slowly. And I managed to convert it over to just being loaded with the C-Chem matrix. And that tank was pretty successful. When I look back on it now, I know there were things like cyano, and I had brown jelly a couple times. I didn't know what it was, so I just took a baster and siphoned it out until it all went away. It didn't kill anything. So, I mean, it was part of the learning, right? But that thing ran on a canister for almost 3 years.
Yeah, I much respect for whoever can accomplish that. I've always done, well, not always done refugium. I did have a sump, but at the same time, I didn't know what Jado was, Carp. I didn't know none of that or the benefits. how I did learn about refugiums. It's a long time ago. He doesn't do videos anymore. This guy called New York Stilo.
Oh yeah.
He has great tutorials as far as deep sand beds. It's something you don't implement it nowadays, but there's still a lot of useful information that even though it's old school, but there's still a lot of good information that he gives to you that you could still implement nowadays. So
Yeah. Well, I think the changes that we're seeing in the hobby now are the result of better equipment. So the thinking is a little bit different, but the same basic principles are still there. Like it's still a matter of balancing input and output. And how you do it is different now than it used to be because we have different equipment now than we used to have available. And even in the last maybe 4 years, it's just amazing. Things like algae turf scrubbers and like all kinds of stuff like that that were never around. Like Chaeto algae, I still have Chaeto algae in my sump, and I got the ball of Chaeto in
oh
I
yeah,
want to say 2013 maybe, and I've had it
wow,
ever since. So it's the same stuff. I've never not had it and then bought new. I've always had it.
yeah.
And you know,
Chaeto can be tricky if you don't have enough nutrients to grow it. It
yeah.
can go away because it happened to me when I first started my little 29.
Yeah.
I got a little ball of Chaeto. It did not last 2 months,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Well, is it the light? Is it I don't have enough nutrients? Is it?"
Yeah.
But I would check my phosphates, and they were about 0.7, 0.8,
Yeah.
and my nitrates they always stay at 25. I don't know what it is. I've tried to lower them. They lower, but they'll go right back up to 25. But they don't go past 25.
Yeah.
Like they stay right there. And I've noticed that my coral people are so scared about nitrates, and they want to lower nitrates. They want a ultra low nutrient system.
Yeah.
But nowadays we're starting to see that nutrients aren't that bad. I see better growth and much more coloration in my corals with a little bit higher nitrates than I
Yeah.
would see them with lower nitrates.
Yeah, and that's part of the change in thinking is we're starting because it used to be, and I never understood this philosophy, so I never did this, but people used to strip all the nutrients out of their tanks and then add them back. And I just never understood how that was good because you're adding back chemicals that you're removing from the water that start out as organics. So you start with the organic nutrients, you strip them out of the water, and then you put chemicals back in. That never made any sense to me. I've never had a problem with low nutrients.
No, me
And I don't
neither.
know if it's because I'm just,
Yeah,
I don't vacuum the sand very often. I do
I
fluff it up frequently, and
I do not. I do not.
I
I
like
do
my
not
fish to
vacuum my
be
sand.
fat. Yeah.
That's what the cleanup crew is for. You get your a bunch of nefarious snails and you know fighting conchs or whatever it is, and
Yep.
they could take care of the sand bed.
Yep.
Maybe
Yep.
some starfish or something that's gonna don't get the
Yep.
green ones. The green ones will eat your fish, so don't get those. But I just rely on my cleanup crew. If
Yep.
I see that there's a lot of detritus that I can see, I'll probably put the siphon in and suck up a little bit, but it's not like I'm stirring my sand bed
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
a lot of people they leave their sand bed. If you're going to siphon your sand bed, you start siphoning your sand bed and you just keep on doing it.
Yeah.
Don't ever leave your sand bed for a year or 2 years and then stir it up because you're going to have problems.
Yeah.
So
The thing about a sand bed is it develops itself into its own ecosystem. And if you disturb it, that's when you got trouble.
yeah.
Broke Reefman 45 says the best SPS tank he's ever seen had T5 lighting and lots of charcoal in a canister. So there you go. And Alice Holbert talking about try living in the age of no internet, running a reef back in 76.
Oh yeah, much
Old
respect
school.
for them.
Yeah,
Much
no
respect.
kidding. No kidding.
That's where Mike Paletta, Sanjay Yoshi came from.
Yep.
And they were able to accomplish those beautiful reef tanks back in the day.
Yep.
And now till today they're still doing it. So
Yep.
much respect for them.
So Mar Reef is asking who runs all blue as main source for coral growth. Well, I have 2 Blue Plus Orphex, and I run heavy blue on my Kessel AP 700.
I think mine in my little 29 gallon right now, it's probably about an 80% blues all the time. I only have a peak of probably about 2-3 hours, and it's not much white light anyway. So
Yeah. Yeah, I like white light for the looks of it. And I mean, that's really the general wisdom is we put white light on for us, but the corals use the blue to
yeah,
grow.
I thought it was vice versa.
Yeah.
I always thought that, the white light was what was benefiting, the corals more than the blue lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Blue,
run
yeah.
100% blues.
Blue
Yeah,
carbon
I like
reefing,
blue.
100%. Yep.
I run my whites while I'm working, so when I get home, I like to see my blues. So
Yeah. It's really hard to film with blue light. That's when you need all the filters, etc.
yeah, that's why I have my little Fritz glasses. I'm thinking about getting the Orfex, the little camera. What do you
Oh, the
call them?
lenses, yeah.
Yeah, the clip-ons, and those are glass. I've heard.
Yes, yeah.
I think it was Billy Pice was talking about it.
Yeah,
That they were
yeah.
glass, and they're the Polyp Lab. They're actually acrylic.
Yeah,
So
yeah, that might have been my video
oh, I
when I
think
did
it
it.
was because
Yeah,
you did a giveaway on those too. I
I
remember.
did. And you
Yeah.
know what? I still have a set to give away,
All
and
right. Well, you can
I
send them. You can send them my way. I'll pay for the shipping.
awesome. Well, I'm waiting for StreamYard, who is the creator of this streaming service that I use. In one of their live streams, they ran a little raffle picker where they told people to make a comment, hashtag something, whatever it was. And the way the raffle picker works is you put that hashtag into it and it will select a name randomly from everyone who used the hashtag. So I'm waiting for them to come up with that as a feature so that I can do giveaways right on the live stream, because that would be way easier than everybody trying to guess a number and then having to watch as the chat screams by and you can't see who said it first. So,
Yeah.
yep, I still have a set of the Orfex to give away, and I would like to do it on a live stream. So,
Sweet. The
yeah.
only thing I think I've ever won in a raffle is this little bad boy right here.
Ah, yes,
So
the sump.
yeah,
Yeah.
I put like 20 tickets into it.
Very nice.
Yeah. Rico was there, and then once I took the number to Rico, he was like, that ain't the number. I'm like, oh, don't tell me. He was like, no, I'm just joking. It's you. Yeah, he made me think there for a second. I'm kind of blind, so I kind of believed him.
Call Me Nemo says blues for color, white light is for growth. That's not what I've read, but I guess it's always worth checking into.
See, that's the thing. It's controversial, if you could say, because okay, if you look at Mike Paletta's and Sanjay Yoshi's video with the American Reef, Russ Kickle, they talked a lot about, okay, they're trying to compare tanks. Sanjay's tank and Mike Paletta's tank, they're doing kind of like a little competition. They're trying to grow the same coral on different light intensities to see who can grow corals quicker. But
Right.
Even Mike Paletta says, Sanjay, he runs the white lights and he can grow coral faster than I can. I just like the blue lights because I like the color pop. So, but I guess that's something we could all kind of experience to see,
Yep. Yep.
maybe
Yep.
have two tanks and try the same light in two different tanks. See what
and
gives
you
you
know
better
what?
results.
And what the heck? Let's take a step back. I would much rather have strong, slow growth than flimsy, fast growth.
Yeah, I agree. You know why?
So, sometimes we focus on fast growth as being a goal when really it should be healthy growth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, okay, you're going to grow your corals quicker, but then you're going to have a problem trying to, I got to frag this, I got to frag this. They're running into each other, they're stinging each other.
Yep.
Take care. Okay, take Fisher Hex for example. He
Yeah.
hey, he talks about it all the time. I hate this cutting and this and that. If it's not because he does that for a living and he sells coral for a living,
Yeah.
I don't know what he would do. I mean, I don't know what I would do. I'll just probably give him away, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Because it's a good problem to have, but at the same time, you don't know till you get there. So
Well, this is it. I can't stand throwing it away. It's a living thing. It's growing.
yeah.
So, Broke Reef Man 45. Does anyone use the green and red LEDs in their LED lights? Were you mentioning that earlier, Oscar?
I used a little bit. You don't want to run them too high. Probably just about 5% of it, because they tend to grow algae pretty good. So
Yeah.
Yep. Mostly whites and blues. Greens and reds are more for looks. If you want to do kind of make it look a little nicer, but there's not much benefit to it.
Yeah. I walked into my room, my fish room one day, and my entire tank was green because something happened to the Kessel light and it decided it was just going to light up everything green. I have a picture of it somewhere. It was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. It was nothing I did. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
Derby City Reefer, I've heard deep water corals like what we grow in our tank doesn't get white light in nature because the water turns it blue. Yeah, the water filters the spectrum and only allows the blue through, is what I've read.
Yeah. Okay, see it this way. White lights. Corals might get a little bit of white light during, in the ocean or whatever, depending on where they're from. Another video, I go a lot about videos, and I watch a lot of reef builders. When Jake Adams, he was interviewing Jason Fox, he was talking about, the sun's probably going to hit the corals for maybe 2-3 hours. And then after that, they don't get, direct sunlight anymore. So that's one thing to kind of consider, right?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Coming from the training I have is to make maps, and part of that is photography. And so, of course, you have light and color. White light is composed of a spectrum of other colors that together make white. White light isn't a thing on its own. It's something we've created because we've filtered out all the other spectrum, like the rest of the spectrum. So, it's, I don't know, it's artificial in a sense.
Yeah, I'd say if you look at the rainbow, look at the colors in the rainbow. So that'll give you a general idea on how spectrum is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not white in there. There's no white in the rainbow, I think.
No, but when all of them are together, they become white. They
kind of look white. Yeah.
We perceive them as white. So I don't know. Yep, that's the thing about this hobby, right? Everybody does something a little different, and we can all be right.
Yeah. So
very cool.
Yeah. I say I'll always have a reef tank, unless look at Billy Pipes. He was gonna he was even thinking about breaking his down, and then he was like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
So he got back in it. I don't know if he's still getting help or whatever. I suffer from the same condition, but I don't see me breaking this one down anytime soon. I'm just barely started. Look at this overhang right here. I tried doing a lot of overhangs.
Yep.
Yeah.
There were comments in the chat earlier about them looking like velociraptors and vipers. It's cool.
Yeah, this one kind of looks like a little crocodile if you look at
it does.
the face right there. Yeah.
Nice.
That Marco rock thing, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what, you'll break the rock before you break the seal on that.
Yep.
And I could, get faith of that, because when I was building this rock, I built it here. So excuse the mess. You're gonna see the floor, it kind of looks like a square, and you can see like the little squares inside.
Yep.
I was measuring the rock so that it would fit, where these little squares are at.
Yep.
So I would be able to raise up that rock and put it directly in the tank without having to, assemble it in the tank. So basically all of this, I assembled it outside, and then once it dried, I pulled it up and put it whole inside the tank. Yeah.
So the top of your tank, is that a brace? Like, is that a Euro brace with holes in it for feeding and access?
Yeah, this is one piece.
One piece, right?
It's a one piece because it's acrylic,
Yeah.
but this one piece it only has like three entrances.
Right.
I don't know what to do because I don't have much options as far as putting a lid. I don't want to put a lid because I think it would just interfere with the with lights. So I kind of want to leave it open, but I
Yeah.
want to put a net at the same time because
Yeah.
I'm planning on getting a blue jaw triggerfish.
Yeah.
Not trigger. I'm sorry, a
Oh,
blue spotted jawfish,
yes.
like the one
Yeah.
CJ has. CJ has one real nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
They are
I'm getting one.
jumpers.
They are jumpers and firefish. I like firefish. I want to get a couple of those. I want to do more small fish than big fish. I might go with maybe 3 or 4 tangs and that's it. I'm thinking about doing a powder brown.
Yep. I love
Uh,
those. The
yeah,
colors are beautiful.
I like it more than the blue one. The blue one looks nice, but I like the powder brown better. I'm thinking about doing a. I already have my yellow tang. It's upstairs.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting a gem tang,
Yep.
and I don't know. I might get a yellow eye coal tang maybe.
Yeah, they're nice too.
Yeah.
My LFS had gem tangs. I don't know if he has any left, but he got a bunch in for 699 Canadian dollars,
Wow.
and they were nice.
And they were cheap too.
Yep.
I don't know where it was. I think it was not Carlos. It's what's his name from California? Eat Sleep Reef.
Oh yeah.
He went to a store down in California, I believe it was, and the guy was selling them. He had a sale of gem tangs for like $200 some
Wow.
US. Yeah, and he sold them all the same day.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Derby City Reefer says, "Insane Reefer, I'm building a 180 soon, and you should come up and help me with my scape."
Sweet.
There you go. That'd be fun.
We'll make a point to do that, depending on where you're at.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really look forward to seeing this tank develop because it's, there's so much promise in how you've got it laid out.
Yeah.
It's good.
If you ever have the chance, I don't know if you watch. Well, I'm assuming you do watch YouTube videos and all that.
Yeah.
Look for reef builders and check out Evan Luau's tank. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'll look into that. That sounds nice.
It's kind of like it looks like a bonsai sculpture, and the guy I think he's from Australia.
Yep.
Sweet. It's a real nice tank.
Nice. Derby City says he's in Louisville.
Oh, sweet. Hey, we could probably meet up one day. Just hit me up on YouTube here. Send me a message or whatever, Insane Reefer, and
Yep.
we could make a plan to meet up or something.
Awesome. Oh, Mar Reef said those gems came from Madagascar. Massive collection, and lots of LFS had them for $250 to $350.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite possible my LFS did that too, because he brings stuff in from all over the world, where before he took over the marine section in the store, they really didn't have much. And so he got permission. It's a chain. He got permission from the owner to do his own sourcing and not have to go through their head office. So now he gets stuff like you can't believe. So when I get my new tank, yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking and seeing what he has. The only thing is I buy my fish now pre-quarantined, and I don't know that he could do that. So I may have to set up a QT system.
Yeah. I am guilty of pop and drop.
Yeah.
I've had luck so far, and I know we should be quarantining fish. People don't be like me. But I think that if you get them from a trusted source and honest people, I know this place. I don't want to mention names because I don't want to promote anybody. But there's this place in New York. Billy probably knows who it is. It's in New York. They do aquaculture fish. That's where I've always gotten my clowns. and they will not sell me a fish until they are guaranteed that those fish are looking good and they're
Yeah.
eating.
Yeah. Yeah, there are a couple of stores around here that are like that. And if you can find them and work with them, I think you really reduce your chances of problems. But there are also a lot of stores that need the really fast turnover to stay in business, and they can't do the kind of medication and quarantine that we would need to be able to just drop a fish in our
Yeah.
tanks.
They just
know?
do an extra. Yeah, they just do an extra step because they do get theirs from Sea and Reef.
Yep.
So
Yep.
that's a trusted source. We just can't, get access from them directly.
Yeah.
So we would have
Yep.
to get ours from a retail.
Right. Yep.
But even so, it's not like, okay, you have to wait a month for your fish, but it's like, you know what, give me a couple of more days and,
Yep.
and just to make sure he's eating, just to make sure he's not, sick or anything. And, I actually got a naked clownfish, which is the orange one,
Yep.
solid orange. Yeah, I
Yep.
got one of those. And I got me a domino clownfish, which is a black one with one white spot.
I really like those.
Yeah, and the black one is the most dominant one, so I'm assuming that's the female. So
Nice. Wow, we have 44 people in here still watching. That's
sweet.
I think that's
I,
probably the most I've ever had at towards the end of a stream. This is great.
I guess I'm doing pretty good then. I haven't stopped talking, huh?
You are. You are. Well, it's been interesting because everybody has something different to offer, and when you get chatting with people, you learn so much stuff from them because they have the different experiences, right?
Yep. Yep.
Oh, this has been great. And I'm afraid I have to call it because it's 20 after 11. And we always wait to walk the dog after live stream Saturday night. She usually gets walked at 10
Yep.
during the week. So as much as I hate to do it because we're still going strong, it's
And see, Alex didn't even come in today, right?
no,
I,
no,
yeah, I didn't
no.
see Alex. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I just want to thank you for inviting me, and I had a good time, even though I'm a little bit camera shy, whatever. But I do look forward into progressing in this tank here, and I guess I'll keep everybody updated.
Yep.
Once I add fish, I'll probably buy fish because I got to wait till the 5th anyway. That's when the month of cycling it's over. But I still want to give it at least 1 or 2 more weeks. So
Yeah.
once the cycle is over, I'm just going to order my fish because I got to wait 2 weeks for them to arrive because I'm doing the Black Storm. So they just kind of it's
Yeah.
a waiting list. It's a
Yeah.
waiting list. So
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Well, it never hurts to wait a little longer because it's
Yeah.
worth it. It's worth it in the end.
But I thank you for inviting me, and I hope everybody here in the live had fun looking at my empty tank, and maybe they could get inspired by
Yep.
this lifted aquascape.
Hey, listen, I'm sure they will. And thank you for spending so much time with us. I appreciate it because, like I said, you just everyone's experience is a little different, and it's wonderful it always gives you ideas. You just don't
Yep.
know where your next new idea is going to come from.
Yep. Well,
This is good. And STL Reefer says this is his first visit to a live stream. Thanks for doing the Reefgrrl. Loved it. Well, thank you so much for coming by, and thanks to everybody because this was really good tonight. We got to see a lot, and we can all look forward to seeing this tank develop.
yeah,
Nice one.
I'd say you guys will. I look forward to next week. So
Awesome.
that way, whoever wasn't in this live stream that couldn't get in or because they were working or whatever, they could
Yep.
maybe get a chance to look at it next week. So
Yep. Yep. And
All right.
thanks, Hector, for coming in too. Gabriel
Yeah.
CHV. Hi. I don't think I saw you in the chat before. All right. If I missed anybody in the chat or if you had any questions, then hit us up next week or send me an email at reefgrrl@gmail.com and I'll make a list of stuff to talk about. I do my best to keep up with the chat, but I just so much going on Calypso says, insane reefer, hit me on IG. So there you go.
All right, sweet. I'll
Good.
look you up. Well, thank you.
All right. Well, thanks so much for coming. And thanks to everyone for coming. And we will see you next week.
All right, good night.
Yeah. Good night. Bye, everybody. Well, now, thanks so much to everyone who came along tonight in the studio, in the chat, and watching. And to those of you who are watching the replay, thank you too for sticking around to the end. I hope you'll join me for next week's live stream, Saturday night, February 29th at 9 p.m. Eastern. Have a great week.